What is going on, guys? In this video, we go over the new CP changes in Blackwood from a PvP perspective. I know there has been tons and tons of videos talking about this from a PvE point of view, so I hope this video helps you guys out in the coming patch. There's actually been quite a lot of changes. They added new CP slotables in the blue tree that would definitely shake up the meta and change a lot of people's builds. Like always, timestamps are in the description below if you guys want to skip ahead. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. So what is new coming in Blackwood for the CP system? So the first thing is the new Master at Arms. Now this was on the previous version, the old version of the CP system, CP 1.0, and this, increases your direct damage. Now this is very, very powerful for PvP because this not only affects single target attacks, but AoE attacks as well. So right now, how it sits, we only have these three. We have Biting Aura, Deadly Aim, and Thaumaturge, okay? So Biting Aura will affect area of effect attacks. So they're going to be like puncturing sweeps. Single target attacks are going to be like attacks like surprise attack. But now with Master at Arms, this is going to become the new best in slot, because if, for example, you're using biting jabs on a Stamina Templar, you can kind of double dip and get 20% damage increase rather than just 10%. So this is definitely going to be probably meta, in my opinion, for pretty much any PvP class. You're going to be running Master at Arms because it's going to buff your Dragon Leap and also your Dizzy Swing. So it's not only just single target, but it's also, it's pretty much both, right? So this is the biggest thing, I think, in the CP system. So next we have the healing CP. So this is the new stuff that they added, a new tree. And honestly, it really doesn't look too bad. This Hope and Infusion looks okay. It's alright, I guess. Healing yourself for an ally under 50% health grants them minor heroism for 1 second for every 300 magic recovery you have. So, honestly, like, if you have, 2,000 magic recovery, which a typical PvP healer will have, that's about 6-7 seconds of minor heroism, which is actually really, really good. So, I definitely think that this could be, honestly, a really, really good slot for healers next patch for PvP. From the Brink, this is a slotable. So whenever you heal yourself or an ally under 25% health, you grant them a damage shield that absorbs 2,200 damage per stage for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 30 seconds per target. So you can have this up to 11k damage shield. Wow. Oh my goodness. So this is definitely going to be a slotable. Wow, 11k damage shield. That is very, very strong. This is going to be definitely best in slot for a lot of healers. So next we're going to check out Enlivening Overflow. So overhealing yourself or an ally grants them health, magic, and stamina recovery equal to 0.5% of your maximum magic up to a cap of 150. This is honestly like rejuvenation, but it's, based off of overhealing. Now, 6 seconds is not actually too shabby. Having this extra recovery really doesn't look too bad. I mean, it gives you tri-stat recovery. You can proc this on yourself and allies. So I definitely think this could be very, very valuable in PvP for a support healer. Definitely with both of these, running Spell Power Cure, and you heal somebody under, 25% health, you give them a damage shield and also give them a little bit of recovery. Obviously, this is scaling off of your maximum magic, so you have to have more max magic to get this higher. But I could see some value on this, especially for some high max magic mag builds like Magic Nightblade and Magic Asork. I definitely could see some value on this, especially for Magblade. This really looks good because you're always overhealing yourself, and giving yourself this extra bit of mag recovery could be really, really good. So next we have the Solve of Renewal. So whenever you remove a harmful effect from yourself or an ally, you sanctify the ground beneath them and heal them and allies within 8 meters for 1,305 health per stage. So how much does this fully go up to? Wow. That is some crazy, crazy healing. 6,400 health within 8 meters. I guess this is a burst heal? Jeez. Healers got some big buffs next patch. My goodness. So from the Brink with this looks really, really disgusting. I definitely could see some value on some magic specs with this, even just solo builds. You know, you have like Templars with a typical purge, but you also have Wardens, which really could use this. This could also help magic DKs. There's a few sets that actually allow you to purge. They all have different types of proc conditions, but the one that I'm thinking of, you know, you heal yourself or you use a Magicka ability and you purge 3 effects and you get Magicka back. I don't remember that set off the top of my head, but that definitely looks very, very solid for this. And I definitely could see some back bar magic DKs using this passive to give them a little bit more tankiness. So my first impressions of this, I'm actually surprised. This actually looks really, really solid, especially this From the Brink and this Salve of Renewal. I definitely think this could be some meta, you know, passives for some healers, but honestly other builds as well. Like whenever you get low health, you have 11k damage shield. That is crazy. So I definitely think that this could come into a meta for some Magicka specs. It definitely could help them be a little bit more tankier in this dot proc meta that we're going into in Blackwood. So now let's get into the nerf of the CP system. So I crunched some numbers and I added up all of the basic passives. So we have our Blessed and we have all of the regular passives like Eldritch Insight, Precision, Tireless Discipline. We have all of our damage passives, Piercing, Battle Mastery, and Mighty. We also have our damage mitigation passives, Quick Recovery, Hardy, and Elemental Aegis. And then we have our 4 slotables. So we have Deadly Aim, Untamed Aggression, Duelist Rebuff, and finally Resilience. So basic stuff, fully maxed out. So how many champion points do you need in Blackwood next patch to be fully maxed out? You need about 1290 champion points. That's not actually too many. 810 was the last TP cap. Definitely a lot of the people that were 810 have definitely grinded up above this or more. So what is so frustrating about all of this is they just keep on moving the goalpost. So, you know, a few months ago, we had just a regular base 810 champion point system, you know, CP 1.0. And obviously there was some, you know, flaws in it, but it was overall okay. There was a lot of double dipping into, you know, increasing your damage, you know, with proc sets and that sort of thing. You know, basically just being a tank and having so much damage. And then in Flames of Ambition comes out, the vertical progression was about 18 to 1900 champion points. Now, that was pretty much soft cap CP system that was pretty much having all the slotables and passives you need. And then now in Blackwood, they've reduced that cap by about 400. So having a buff or a nerf to the CP system is really irrelevant. Obviously, you know, having my hard-earned champion points be put to use is nice, but honestly I do a lot of my PvP in no CP anyways. I just enjoy it more. I just wish ZeniMax would keep consistent with their messaging and not just bounce around, you know, move the goalpost, saying that vertical progression is a problem and then, you know, nerfing it and then, you know, wanting it back, and it's just they don't keep the same message, you know, throughout. All right, so now let's compare our stats from the live server to the PTS. So as you guys can see here, my character is completely naked just like it is on the live server. I have the RTM Takeaway Broth Food on and the Warrior Mundus Stone. So everything is the exact same, CP slotables and everything. So on my max magic, we have 12,520. On the live server, we have 13,040. So about a 500 nerf to our maximum magic. Our health pool is about 600 less. Our stamina pool is about 500-600 less as well. Our stamina recovery, health recovery, and mag recovery are the same. Our weapon damage and spell damage are the exact same. Our spell critical is down about 1.5%, and our overall penetration is down about 700. So to some people, these nerfs may not seem like that big of a deal on the stat sheet. And you may be right, but if we didn't lose all the other stuff, so let me go through exactly what we lost. We lost a tri-stat glyph worth of health, magic, and stamina. We lost 50% of our physical and spell penetration. We lost 1.5% of our weapon and spell critical. But not only that, that's just a stat sheet. In the red CP tree, we lost cost reduction on our break free, on our roll dodge. We lost health from Hero's Vigor. We lost, you know, sprint cost reduction. We lost block cost reduction. We lost block movement speed. We lost, you know, amount of damage you can block. We lost the amount of, you know, amount of damage that bash costs, which is actually pretty valuable in PvP. We lost some movement speed from the hasty. So we lost quite a bit of stuff from the CP tree that I don't think a lot of people really realize. Now, all of our slotables are pretty much the same, but we have less sustain now, we have less damage, and we have less tankiness. So across the board, it really nerfed everybody, especially with the resources to the block cost, roll dodge cost, sprint cost, and block cost. That is a very, very valuable that not a lot of people are really going to look at that too in detail, but they'll definitely notice it in PvP. So that pretty much sums up all of the big changes coming out in Blackwood next patch. I honestly think that this is going under the radar and not getting the attention that it deserves. Bar the CP nerfs to the overall stats, the healing CP looks so busted. It may even, kill bombing in general because of the damage shield and the healing that it provides when somebody gets low health. It's just going to boost people's health back up to full. Earthcore is going to be proccing, and if this is how PvP is going to be in, Cyrodiil, which it probably will be, and if that's the case, then I'm probably doing a lot of my PvP in Imperial City and Battlegrounds. I really think Imperial City is going to be packed next patch, especially with all of the new, monster helmets. People are going to want to get those, so I definitely can't wait for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.